YouTubers. So having my YouTube channel out here in Idaho, I've been able to meet a fellow YouTube airgun enthusiast. His channel is Airguns of Idaho, and yeah, we just met each other through YouTube, and I've been hooking up to do some airgun shooting and pest control and stuff like that. So yeah, we just decided to check out a couple of each other's air rifles, and I wanted to check out his Kral puncher breaker, which that's this one right here. It's a bullpup. The walnut. He's got the walnut stock version, and yeah, it's pretty lightweight. Shoulders real nice. Side lever cocking. And we're gonna shoot some groups with the puncher breaker from Airguns of Idaho and see what type of groups it prints. We'll throw a couple different projectiles through it, just stuff I have in the shelf, 22 caliber, and yeah, should be a good time. See how it goes. All right, so the first pellets that Luis wants me to shoot out of these is some NSA 23 grains and 22 cal slugs, hollow points, and then some Hades 22 JSB Hades. So we'll try those two projectiles out, see how they work. Alright, I got a mag loaded up with the Hades. It's pretty windy out, and since those are pretty lightweight, we'll see how they do in the wind. Cocking lever is pretty stiff on this thing. He's got it pumped up for sure.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Alright, let's go check it out. So with the Hades, I mean that group right there, while it's not pellet on pellet, I just cronied them at 1,040 feet per second, and that would mess up a pigeon pretty bad, so, or a whistle pig. So yeah. Alright, the next projectile we're going to shoot is the NSA 23 grain hollow point slugs and 22 cal. Alright, let's go check it out. Alright, I chronographed these at 820 feet per second, and yeah, just like most slugs at this close range, for which is 40 yards, you get a couple flyers, but a pretty solid hard-hitting group. Okay, next slug we're gonna shoot is the NSA 17.5 grain 22 cal, and it's a slug that works real good in my Kral MPO3 barrel, so let's see how it shoots out of this puncher breaker. So these are the NSA 17.5 grains, 40 yards, cronied them at 1,000 feet per second. They opened up a little bit. They're probably a little light for how hot this thing's shooting. They're probably moving pretty. They'd probably do better at about 975 roundabout. But yeah, let's go on to the next projectile. I figure we'll test out some Barracuda Hunter pellets, since obviously he's using this thing for pesting and whatnot, and we'll see how those work, and then we'll try some polymags, and then maybe the Barracuda Hunter Extremes after that. So let's try these Barracuda Hunters right now. So these things cronied at 965 feet per second, and they'd probably do a lot tighter at about 875, but that'd probably be a good hunting pellet for that rifle, Barracuda hunters. All right, let's shoot the Barracuda Hunter Extremes. This is not a finesse rifle as far as it goes. Apparently it doesn't. Apparently you have to have 33-inch biceps like I have in order to pull this cocking lever, but it looks like he just wants it set up to hit his quarry hard. It shoots fast, and it's tough to cock this thing. All right, let's see how fast they're moving. So yeah, that group right there, they were stacking on top of each other pretty good at 40 yards, and for a hunting pellet, that's pretty good. They were running 980 feet per second. So I bet if you slowed that thing down to about 890, they'd group like, they'd stack. All right, next up we have Predator Polymags. They're 16 grain, and I think this rifle's kicking too much power to group these accurately with how light they are. But any rifle whose magazine will fit the Polymags, I'll try them, because usually they're too long to fit in the magazines. But we're gonna shoot these and see how fast they're cooking and see how they group. Alright, let's go see how fast they're hitting. So for the Polymags, they're printing a nice tight group, about 1.25 inches. They were going 1,050 feet per second. So yeah, any varmint that hit would be a kill shot to the vitals all day long. Alright, so this is a full 10-shot group of the Barracuda Hunter Extremes out of the Kral Puncher Breaker from Airguns, Idaho. So yeah, I lowered the hammer spring tension about as low as it would go, which it must have a beefier hammer spring in it. But as slow as I could get these to go out of that rifle was about 910 feet per second. So if you could lower it probably another 15 to 20 feet per second, those would probably just stack right on top of each other. And that's pretty hard to do for a hunting pellet. Hunting pellets always want to spread out, but if you can get one to stack like these are doing here, then you really have a good setup. So I think I may have found a really good match for Luis's puncher breaker. So the last thing I wanted to try was the Predator Polymags at that lower hammer spring tension, and they grouped really well. So, but they're still cooking at 975 feet per second. So if you get those down to 900, then you could probably shoot them out to 75 consistently, reliably for hunting. It'd be a good pellet. This one right here is another real good one that matches up good with that rifle.